don't believe it.
Planet Nexus now lies before us.
We're approaching the Elven facility. Cambot 1, Cambot 2. You getting this?
Our work on this planet is something greater. It is something truly divine.
We shall reveal the ancient secrets of Nexus.
Ever get a feeling something's seriously wrong?
This is not good. Not good at all. By the gods, you are beautiful.
I will show you what true power is.
Soon all will become clear.
Hello and welcome to WildStar Weekly. It is a beautiful Friday morning here in sunny Southern California. And if you are not in sunny Southern California, I apologize. Good night or happy afternoon. I don't know. Anyway, I am always joined by Stephan Frost, producer here at WildStar. Hello, Stephan Frost. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on.
You know what? You're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I appreciate you making the long trip from your desk right over there.
It was hard.
And today we have a very special guest, Mr. Brett Scheinert.
Hello.
Hello. Raid and Dungeon lead designer. How are you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Excited to show off a dungeon.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be running through some dungeons. We're going to be running through Kel'Voreth today. It's going to be some good times. We got Frost over here. He's on his board and he's hopping over some guys.
Yeah, actually, can we cut to the gameplay here?
Yeah,
really
it's
quick?
pretty sweet. I want to show this.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we'll introduce you really quick to the people that are running through stuff. Excuse me. And so we'll be showing off not only their fat mounts that we will not see inside the dungeon, but we'll show off why they're cool, and then we'll hop into it. But really quick, actually, before we do that, did you want to kind of introduce Brett a little bit?
Well, I mean, I guess I could. Let's introduce the people that we're going, and then we'll introduce him. We'll get everything organized, and then we're going to head into the dungeon. So who do we have joining us in the stream?
Okay, so we've got a few people here. We've got, let's start here with the introductions. I'll just click on everybody. We've got Tom, who is right here, who's actually in the Raiden gear. If we could switch to the other camera, or the other in-game shot, we'll get a better angle on that. There we go. So there's Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Who's not looking at us.
He's giving us his backside.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
So he's wearing the Raiden gear, dun dun dun, and he's got a pretty awesome mount. So you got this Elden gear coupled with the Velocirex, I believe that one is.
That's sick.
So then over here we've got one. This is Blake, right? I believe this is Blake. Yeah. So he's got this awesome war pig. Whoa. Jump. And by the way, you'll notice we added double jump to mounts. So that's a pretty
awesome
new thing. Before it was just a
Look
single
at that
jump.
brain bucket thing.
Yeah, they got the brain kind of in there. That's the Ichthian set mixed with the Sword Maidens on the side there. So over here we have CJ Kelly. CJ is a tester on the team as well.
Yep.
And he's got the awesome post-launch gear actually that you'll see. This is not going to be in the launching game, but this is a Strain hoverboard. So, and he's trying to pull some 360s there. And then finally, we have, let's see, this is Brett, obviously.
This is my character.
Yeah.
I like the disco ball, man. Look at that.
So also look at Brett just in general. Like, dude looks like looks like a wrestler from the 80s. I don't even know how to describe this.
Are you ready to rumble?
Yeah, this is pretty great.
That's great job on that.
Yeah, there
Great
it is.
job on that.
So anyway.
So these mounts obviously very customizable, and a lot of that stuff you can only get if you pre-order.
Correct. And you can get them out of boom boxes. Like this mount, for example, is only available by hopefully getting it out of a boom box. If
Right.
you're logged in every day to beta.
You get a boom box from your boom box.
Right. Right?
Hell, meta.
We heard you like boom boxes.
How about boom boxes with your boom boxes?
So we put that in.
Oh, sorry. Go for it.
No, I was gonna say. So yeah, we've got Brett here. Brett?
Yeah. So if you could introduce yourself a little bit about like what you do on a day-to-day basis and kind of who you are, really.
Okay, I'm Brett Scheinert. I am the Dungeon and Raid lead designer.
Okay, go ahead and stop right there, because that is exactly how you started that video, and it almost creeped me out a little bit. We actually have a video of Brett. I'm just going to go ahead and interrupt him right here. We've got a video, a new series that we're starting. It's called A Moment in the Life. It's going to happen maybe once or twice a month, and we're going to pick a different dev and just kind of tell you about a little bit about themselves. And we actually did Brett here just a couple weeks ago, so we're going to show you that video now, and it's going to be so funny when you hear his first line in there. It's going to start exactly like that. It's hilarious.
3 minutes of awkward for each dev.
No. You're a natural. You're a natural with the camera, Brett. Let's go ahead and show that when we get back. We'll be heading in and doing some dungeons.
T for teen. Damn right.
This room, the skybox, has the planet Nexus down there, and as it goes, like every 45 seconds, like it goes whoop, and then goes back down. It's really disorienting. With it, see there it goes.
Oh god.
It's so awesome. My name is Brett Scheinert. I am the Dungeon and Raid lead designer here at Carbine Studios. I have been here since the spring of 2011. My position is the lead of the team. I've worked with both art and all the designers on the team here to create a plan of what we want to include in every raid, all the different bosses and challenges, and what the maps. We actually drew out, like, because we're designers, they're terrible squares on whiteboards and stuff like that, but then we took the general concepts over to art and they delivered all of the incredible, ridiculous stuff they brought back. And then worked with the guys on the team to put together the encounters and test them. Most recently, I've been working with beta players a ton, following them through raids, getting their feedback, and then improving content as much as we can. I think the biggest thing to be excited about with our raids is that they are the best blend I've seen of being both challenging and fun. A lot of fights sometimes are only one or the other. They're fun, but they're not challenging at all. And then they're just boring, right-click, receive loot. Or they're super challenging, but they're not fun at all. And then it's just miserable beating your head against the wall. I really think the strongest part about our raids is that we've managed to really kind of pair the two so that they're really challenging and they push players as far as they can go, but at the same time they're fun and they're exciting and there's huge moments in every fight and stuff like that. After I graduated, actually probably during college, I decided it was the first time I really considered working in games as like a viable career path. And after I graduated, I got a job as a QA tester and did that for 3 to 4 years, I forget exactly, and then got a job as an apprentice designer and went up to full designer and then have been designing games ever since. And that was the QA job, I think, started 7 or 8 years ago now. Time goes fast. I think the thing I enjoy the most about my position is seeing a concept or an idea that literally starts as like a line or two in an email or a couple of badly drawn squares on a whiteboard go from that boring core concept and go all the way through art and design, and then being able to see the finished product as it gets to players and stuff like that. The transition for that is just always awesome, to see something that was your idea, or even if it's not my idea, the idea of one of the guys on the team that we worked together to put together and send to art, and then they concepted it and turned it into a boss and gave it VFX and VO and created a custom room for that boss. That is always like really awesome experience.
All right, we are back, and we were about to hop in the dungeon, but during the break, we were having a discussion. I don't understand why I'm always stuck in the middle with the freaking MacBook sitting here answering questions. I never get to play.
Look, dude, you want to play? This is.
I think I'm ready for a dungeon. Brett, what do you think?
You're not.
He said that's way too serious. Like, we're like joking around. He's like, you're not ready. You don't know what I've seen.
So
All right, here, I'm going to slide this over. I'm jumping in.
The Twitch chat.
I'm going to jump in. You can pull up Twitch chat.
Yeah, dude. Talk with you guys.
All right, stretch out my fingers. Do a little quick warm up.
At the very least, you're DPS, so it's not like you're, you know, a healer or a tank or something.
Let me tell you something. You give me anything, and I'm nailing it.
All right.
I got this.
All right. I'm excited.
I'm going to prove you wrong.
All right, guys. So just for reference, this is not me playing right now. This is
gonna
Tony.
be
Tony
awful.
asked for it. You know, Brett and I have run some dungeons before. You've seen what we've been able to do.
Ask me how many dungeons I've run.
How many dungeons have you run, Tony?
0.
This is
Never. This is the first time. First time I've ever even seen this.
This is gonna be a treat, guys.
You know what? I have no mouse.
No,
I
you
don't
sound
know.
like Chad Moore right now.
I don't know.
Excuses.
How dare you? I love Chad Moore.
That's cool. All right, so here's the thing. Let's just get started and rolling this in. So, Brett, you're going to be tanking today.
Yep.
All right, so I'll kind of comment as we're doing. Oh, my apologies.
Sorry, I just can't see my
Okay.
ability bar. You know, it's kind of important.
Okay, I'm looking at chat. I apologize. Everybody's yelling at me, right? I'm going to talk loudly. I apologize to everybody. This is the thing that I'm seeing now in chat.
Frost!
I will raise my volume, so hopefully you can hear me.
There you go. Project. It's all from the diaphragm.
Yes. Okay. All right, guys, let's get into this.
Oh, wait, I'm not on the plank.
Yeah,
okay, I'm on the plank now. I'm on the plank now.
We're on Brett's.
Oh, no, someone fell down.
All right, so let's cut to the game here.
Are we going?
Yeah, dude, go in.
All right, I don't know.
Okay, I'm not gonna give you advice either.
You know what? I think I'm gonna stay out of the thing here.
Yeah, good call. Okay, so Tony is staying out of the thing. So that's it's a good start.
Why don't you have it set? Oh, damn it! I did not. What am I supposed to?
Okay, dude, don't just hit never mind, man. Just.
I'm trying.
Oh my goodness. All right. Also help with killing the boss.
What the hell? Why is it popping up? Dude,
Okay, let's cut. First of all, let's go to Brett's camera. if
No,
we
how?
can.
Damn it! I'm in the thing again.
Oh man. Okay, so there you go. Good. You're doing well so far. You also got an achievement apparently. Or Brett did actually.
No, I think that was me.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, you're staying alive, which is a good thing. And
damn it!
You just meandered into a trap there.
Those are bone traps. You should maybe not stay.
I know. Well, it's like they're everywhere.
Okay, so you're staying alive. That's good.
Look at.
So the tank, yeah, dude, well done. So the tank did a good job.
There's nothing set up on this mouse. What's the problem?
Oh, obviously. Yeah. You need a Naga? Do you need some hardcore mouse?
Love that.
Yeah, okay. So let's take the second one. Now, both of these pulls, Brett, are the same base pop, right?
We're just clearing out a space before we get to the boss.
Okay.
We don't want to fight these and the boss. That would not end well.
Yeah, no.
Especially for Tony.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't want to overpull.
Easy.
And as Tony displayed, we have these bone traps in the ground, and those things will catch you there. So if a boss is hitting you, it's not a good thing to be in. Those also will come into play later at a later boss as well. Oh goodness. Dude, okay, you're not doing bad.
I'm not doing terrible.
Yeah, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
Well done, dude.
Yes.
I noticed that you like to use 2 attacks, though. What about more than that?
I know. I do kind of do that a lot. I use like mainly 2, and usually it's only on my. I have a hard time stretching my fat fingers up to the ones, up to the numbers.
Well,
it's hard.
Yeah, it's rough. So hop over here. Maybe you could turn around a little bit, Tony. We can kind of see some on the.
What do you want me to do?
Well, what I want you to do is kill things.
Okay, well, I was killing something.
Why did you pull something?
Oh, dude.
Damn it, no.
Oh, dude, get out of that red.
No.
Get out of that red.
I'm trying to double jump out of there.
Now go back over there. Come on, dude.
Damn it.
So, cool. Still, you're alive. That's good.
Look at. I use so many abilities right now.
Oh, did we pull 2 accidentally?
Yeah.
Ooh, not good, Tony. So here's the thing. You got to stay with the group.
I know. I think I did that. I think I did that. I think that was my bad.
This is killing me.
I think it was my bad. Totally. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said though. I said I'm sorry.
Dude. Okay. Okay, get out of that red. Get out of that red, dude. Get out of that red.
I'm trying. I'm jumping. I'm jumping.
Now
Not
turn
in the
around.
bone thing.
Okay, so
yeah, handled
Brett's
her.
dead, which is not good. He's the tank, so
I'm sorry. Did Brett die
Did we kill
before I
the-
did?
Did we kill the necromancer? Yeah, we did.
Oh,
Yeah.
you killed the
Maybe back up.
Dude,
Should
Tony,
we back
get,
up?
get away from that thing,
I'm
Tony.
running! I'm running! I'm sprinting!
Dude.
I'm gonna lure it in the bone traps.
Oh,
Damn
this
it!
is killing. It's not gonna.
Go! Run, you freaking bastard!
What is this?
Oh my god, it's so stressful.
I'd like to point out a couple of things. One, you're not good at this game.
Did you need to point
Look
that out?
at Brett, by the way, right now. This is so
it's
good.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
no.
can just sit back and watch.
What I like to point. Oh man, everybody's dead. Tony, I'd recommend just dying at this point.
No,
because-
hell no. I got this guy.
Please, please do so that we can res.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Is
I got him.
do you got him?
Watch if I kill this guy right now. Everyone's gonna
He's
bow to
almost
me.
at 99%
There will be no bowing.
He's at oh Jesus! Whoa!
Yeah, dude. You
Oh god!
he's solely focusing on you
Dude,
right now,
this
and you
is-
just pulled another guy.
Oh shit!
All right, so
My bad.
here's what we're gonna do.
My bad.
I'm
know
gonna
what?
continue to play the game.
You know,
Alright.
I think I see why I have the chat.
Let's go ahead and switch that over.
Oh wow! Hey, you know, my bad though, for reals. I went pull the two. That I think that was me.
So pro tip:
I'm gonna go ahead and
don't pull
apologize.
multiple people. You know, when you're fighting one guy at a time.
You know what? I didn't do terrible.
No,
Yeah.
but you did though.
Leroy Tony.
Kinda.
Kinda. Sorry.
All right, so
apologize.
we're at least the. Oh man, I just jumped into the bone trap. So at least we cleared out the base pop stuff.
Okay.
Brett, so what's the whole point of trying to kill this guy? What is the strategy that we need to kind of follow to kill this guy?
First, we should pull these guys over to the side before him.
Yeah, good
so
call.
we don't have to fight them both.
Okay.
The general strategy is he has a couple of abilities that's really nice to interrupt, and then he also will spawn adds that you can actually kite into these bone traps and use to your advantage. So I'm gonna pull these guys and then back up.
So I was trying to
Sounds
do that. Didn't work out for me.
Right.
It didn't work out when you pulled guys. It's not the tank. I don't know how that works.
That's weird. Explain to me, Tony.
I'm gonna get
Your-
notes.
Your advanced technique. It's really something we can all learn from. Just want to point that out.
Let me tell you something.
What's up?
I'm not so bad when I have my own, like, everything all set up. I'm not too bad.
Right. Did you see that group interrupt, by the way? That was solid.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. So we have this thing called interrupt armor in our game. Brett, you want to talk a little bit about interrupt armor?
So interrupt armor basically works in that we did not want to make NPCs just completely immune to CCs, because that just it completely invalidates a bunch of abilities that players have.
Right.
But at the same time, if we just make bosses vulnerable, then you can pretty much stun lock them from 100% to 0 without any trouble. And so what we did is we created a system called interrupt armor, so that you actually have to CC powerful NPCs multiple times in a row before your CC takes effect. And so when these guys cast spells, because this guy has, like Grond has 2 interrupt armor,
Yeah.
if we hit him with 3 CCs, it will interrupt his spell. And we can prevent him from casting stuff that way, but we have to work as a group.
Right. And usually that means that, you know, you need more than one person to kind of interrupt that stuff, as you were saying, using that group mechanic. And it gets kind of harder and more difficult as we get further into dungeons and things like that. So why don't you go ahead and pull?
I'm also in chat, so if you guys have questions, go ahead and submit them to chat. We're not having a lot of questions. We're having a lot of statements like Tony sucks and two-hit Tony and nerf Tony and Tony's at least Tony's playing almost as bad as his Christopher Walken impression. You know, I'm really feeling the love. Really feeling the love. Thank
Interrupt.
you to attack Tony. Yep. That's
Boom.
great.
Some good interrupting right there.
This is great. Yeah. Two-hit Tony. I like that though. Like, it could be like a podcast or something.
So you also got to be watching out for this guy when he's got 2 telegraphs to do a front and rear attack. Is that right, Brett? At this point?
Yeah, and so you have to be careful, like, with your positioning around the boss.
Right. So
While you're
stalkers.
Better for like the side.
Well, stalkers are best known usually from doing rear attacks, right? So
Yeah.
that means that stalkers really have to kind of watch out for this stuff.
Oh
Interrupt.
wow. Yep. There he goes.
Boom! That
Nice
interrupt
knockdown.
though. So yeah, you'll notice on my ability bar, I actually have 2 CCs to kind of cover in case something happens. So let's say that somebody else misses their attacks for those group CCs. I like to kind of have that as a backup. so I'm probably not the ultimate in DPS.
All right, here come the fleas. If you get a flea, kite it into a bone trap.
Yes, so let's see if we can get him over this way. Boom, there's one. Let's see if we can get another one. Got another one.
Interrupt.
That's good. Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Got him.
wow.
Got that interrupt.
So that's what really screwed me.
Was
This-
not being good,
that-
I think. It's
No, I think it was just a little bit of lack of strategy. I think I figured out the strategy, come back, and I'll own this dungeon.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll own it.
All right,
Well,
so
I mean, that's actually something that has worked out really well with our combat system, is the messaging with the telegraphs and stuff is so clear that even when players go in and have no idea what's going on, that with each pull you can tell, like, oh, this is what screwed up, this is what killed us, this is what we did wrong. So you have a very clear path towards, like, oh, we can do this and do so much better this time. And so it really encourages people to keep working at stuff. And even though these dungeons are harder a lot of times than normal, especially for the very first one you see, like, people still feel encouraged to keep working through them.
Just noticing what Tyler put up. Group effectiveness 100% post Tony. Thank you. Wow. I mean, one person can really make or break it. So you guys, your group's got to work together.
Especially when they're like dodging into other big ass dudes. So hey, by the way, you're noticing on screen that we're turning off the lasers that were in this area. You can see in the background there's some other lasers. You can actually turn those off.
Okay.
So Brett was good enough to do that because we don't want to stumble into those. Got him.
Yeah, and so that way we just want, because like there's hazards in this area, but if players take the time to kind of go out of their way, they can go over and turn them off so they no longer have to avoid them. And there's actually a challenge on the bottom right of our screen to clear to the second boss and kill him without getting hit by one of those lasers, any one of them.
Okay.
And you get extra loot if you do that.
Gotta love extra loot.
Extra loot is always good.
Something else to kind of point out, and Brett, you can feel free to disagree with me on this, but I feel like medics in this game really have to kind of move around a lot more, healers I should say. But also I've noticed that proactive players will actually move towards them as well too, to kind of line up their attacks so they're staying in one spot.
Decor. Need.
Oh dude, do want.
Yeah, healers, like, because everything uses the telegraph system, positioning in relation to your healer is also very important, and a lot of times it can kind of take groups a little while to kind of get used to fighting together, so that they can know where the healer's going to be, what sort of spells he's going to be using, and stuff like that.
I did have a question, and I just lost who asked it.
Nope.
But
Sorry.
are you able to level through dungeons?
Yeah.
Yes.
Solely.
Starting at level 15, we have a group instance every 5 levels all the way to cap, using both dungeons and adventures.
There you go.
So yeah, we got to be watching out. You'll see those lasers on the ground. We're trying to avoid those.
Yeah, they kind of chase people.
Yeah, while also fighting these
Interrupt
guys.
the...
Oh, watch out, Frost.
I know.
The augmenter.
It's close.
My CCs are on cooldown, so I can't quite do that. But
Okay,
we got
there
them
we
anyway. So.
So that guy casts a heal, and if we let it complete, then it will actually buff them both so they do more damage for us the fight.
Ooh, got that sign of fire. I need that. So yeah, also, the importance cannot be understated of the group interrupts and things along those lines, because it really also not only stops the enemy from attacking, but it actually gives you a buff on damage, so you can take them out quicker when you do that.
So I had a question kind of based on that. Groups are very important, and I kind of obviously screwed ours the first run through.
A little bit.
So got a question from Whoa Wants Pie, or Who Wants Pie? Jesus. Whoa Wants Pie. Who wants pie? Stupid question. Everyone wants pie. Pie is delicious. Can 4 English and WildStar is hard. Can 4 of a single class do dungeons effectively?
4 of a single class do dungeons effectively. Yes, actually, because I mean, it depends on the class as to which role you'll need to fill for that 5th spot. But every class has 2 primary roles, both a DPS role and either a tank or a healer. So no matter which of the classes you pick, you could fill out, say it's like 4 spell slingers. You could have 3 DPS spell slingers and a healer spell slinger, and then you'd only need to find a tank in order to be able to run the dungeon.
Okay.
And we built all of the encounters so that a specific gameplay style was not totally screwed over, so an all melee group can be successful.
Certainly. Yeah, it's...
All right, Frost, you want to go turn off the laser behind you?
Yeah, sure. You guys handle this?
Yeah.
All right.
Run like the wind, Frost.
I'm looking. Hold on. There's that one, I guess. Go to
No, turn around. Turn around. Turn to your right. There we go. See the little the satellite dish to your right?
Yeah.
Turn
Oh,
that
yeah,
on,
yeah.
and it'll open up a jumping puzzle to get up there.
Oh. That's why it's blinking.
Turn it off.
Means it's important.
All right.
That's a rough puzzle.
Made it. You're welcome.
You're so good at puzzles. If I've said anything, I've always said you're good at puzzles.
That Frost, he knows puzzles. Okay, looks like you guys got that kill. I'll get that.
There's a. We're still gonna kill the augmenter.
Didn't quite get that in.
Oh, here we go. We got a question from Volins. As the lead dungeon raid designer, what is the focus for producing post-launch PvE content? Will there be new dungeons/adventures coming out, or are you focusing specifically on raids?
Yes to all of the above.
Yep.
There you go.
We'll have new dungeons, new raids of both sizes, and new adventures. Not all at the same time, but spread out over content patches
Right.
so that we have new stuff for people every month or so.
And there's a different team working on adventures than there is working on dungeons, so you know that type of content is definitely different, even though it's group-based.
Go quickly.
Okay, so let's see if
All
we
right,
can
we're gonna jump up here and turn this off, and then there's actually a mini boss that we're gonna pull, Dark Witch Gurkha.
Yeah. So our mini bosses are no joke either.
Yep.
They're pretty brutal.
Okay,
So
you ready?
Yeah, let's
All
do
right,
it.
here we go.
Alright. So what's Gurkha's main sort of
She has an ability, this one, Deadly Defilement, that gets scarier and scarier as the fight goes on. So at first it's just that, which is pretty straightforward, like run around, don't stand in the red.
It's
But
just
then-
that. There's metal
yeah.
spikes shooting
but then
out
later,
of the ground.
later on she'll create sort of a giant X on the ground.
Oh!
And then she does Deadly Defilement, so now you have to run away and not run through that stuff.
Dude!
Yeah.
And then
I'm so glad I'm not doing
the
this.
third version is that she will actually blind us all before she does both of those.
Blind you?
Yes. So you'll see when that happens in a minute.
Yeah, it gets pretty brutal. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that. Okay, watch out for them.
Okay, she didn't do the blind this time. They're all based on health percentages, so basically the lower you get her, the scarier she becomes. So it's sort of
Wow.
an escalation mechanic.
You'll also notice that as we are running, those telegraphs latch onto you.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's like they're following you around. So it's
Right,
like you
here
have to
goes
keep
blind.
moving.
Nope.
You were
Oh,
not.
man.
Oh, you're screwed, dude.
Yeah.
you went the longest possible route.
And it did not work. Oh, snaps. Double snaps. Triple snaps. Okay,
Ooh.
got out of the way. Alright, we're gonna take her out. We got this. Yeah, dude. So we've got two. Do we want to just interrupt the next one
Sure.
of those? Okay. So I've got my interruption.
Nope, we killed her.
Oh no. Problem, we got her dead. Agreed that. Get lots of that money. Okay. So.
Okay, pull at the bottom of the thing.
Okay.
CJ, yell at me if you run out of focus.
Alright, so we'll go through here. So the next boss that we're going to go to after this is Drock. Drock is a pretty big badass. Can you give a little bit of a background on Drock as well?
So Grok is an Osen mech that he basically has found a device that allows him to control Elden constructs, all the protector bots and probe bots and stuff you see in the area. And he is using that in order to be a jerk and make an army of Elden constructs. And so you have to stop him and blow him up while he tries to use them to blow you up.
Yeah, it's
It's a very lore-heavy explanation. I know.
It is, dude. Do you feel a little
Interrupt.
disgusting inside right now?
What is your deal with lore?
I'm just saying, look, I like lore, to an extent. Pappylicious, you know, because of our rivalry, I think has kind of instilled in me a little bit of a about lore, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like a shudder. So, you know, but I'm all about the combats, you know, like the going out and killing things. Meanwhile, Pappy's like, oh, I want to stop and look at all this cool stuff and read
Yeah.
about stories. Like, dude,
And that stuff does exist in the dungeons. Almost all the dungeons have journals and data cubes and galactic archive unlocks and all
I
sorts of stuff.
love
like
looking
that.
at all that stuff.
All right, if we can jump down quickly, we don't have to pull these guys.
It's all about efficiency, Holmes. Just getting in there, killing things.
down.
Yeah, but if you don't
All right, good.
enjoy yourself, it's like it's like this. When we're eating a steak, I'm gonna cut that steak nice and slow and chew every bit. You're like, no, I just need to feed myself and just consume. It's like, no, enjoy the steak.
Well, I mean,
Enjoy the steak.
That's actually why I really like a lot of the stuff we've done with the way we deliver lore to players, because there's a bunch of different ways to do it.
Right.
Like myself, like I'm like Frost, is like I really focus on the combat and stuff. And I actually, when I was leveling my character on the beta, really loved the way data cubes worked out, because you click on them and then there's a fully VO'd sort of like short story or vignette or something like that.
Right.
But you keep going. You just pick it up, you keep going, you keep working on whatever quest you're doing, fighting stuff, while it explains sort of like what's going on, what's the history of this area, and stuff like that. It's very cool.
And there's also, yeah, I mean, when you walk in too, there's some holograms that explain kind of why you're here and why it's important that you kick ass, because if you don't, X will happen.
Need.
Ooh. Will take.
Look at that dude in the corner.
Man, it's that RNG, man. It's never favoring me. It's like all I want is the things.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
Yeah.
People are pointing out to me that Frost does not eat steak. I get it.
Thank you for knowing that I'm a vegetarian.
I get
so,
it. I
yeah.
get it. So it
Maybe
doesn't.
if we went to like native foods and I had some sort of
fake steak.
Everyone
fake
makes
chicken.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Oh, jeez.
It's so stupid. Yeah, thank you.
jeez.
Thank you. So stupid. Fake chicken. Oh my god. Just eat the chicken. See the Frost.
Hey, by the way, you'll notice that the attacks that I'm trying to do, I'm trying to attack multiple things at once with one attack.
Yep.
I can't emphasize how important this is in dungeons, you know, trying to be as efficient as possible. And we have AoEs basically for almost all attacks, so it's good to use those things.
Now you see, I think that's exactly what I was trying to do when I pulled that second boss. You know
were
what I
trying
mean?
to kill everybody. is
Yeah,
the
exactly.
problem.
I was just trying to be efficient. I
Sure.
was trying to get in, you know.
You efficiently murdered everyone.
Right.
Okay, so I'll call out what we need to do as we get to each of his phases. One of the things that makes Strax challenging is he has like 3 or 4 different phases as the fight goes along.
Also, look at how badass Drock is, by the way. He's like,
He is pretty awesome.
I'm just going to look at this computer.
Oh, hey, what's up? Oh my god.
Yeah,
And a bunch
he
of
looks
our
mean.
bosses have VO and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's all specific VO too, where they're calling out and stuff. And when you
Okay, so everyone run to the door.
Nah.
So ignore all of these.
Oh, or maybe I'll
And then
just do
one
that.
of these is going to stop right in front of us, and we're going to DPS it as fast as you can. This one.
Okay, so why are we doing this, Brett?
So you'll see in a second, they are all going to explode, and we should not be in the explosions when they go off. So we're going to kill this one.
Oh wow, look. Oh
try
god.
and get
Yeah,
us
so-
a safe spot.
Oh.
Yeah, nice.
Because the rest
Okay.
of the arena exploded. And so now Drock's back. His ploy
So
did
if
not
you
work.
wouldn't have done that, it was like the entire floor would have been covered
Yes.
with explosions.
Yeah.
So now there are tethers. So we are all tethered, and he's casting a giant ability that's going to expand across the arena. So the DPS guys need to break out of their tethers, and then come help the tanks and the healers get out of theirs. And Frost is taking forever.
Hey, whatever, guy. I was out of it. All right, so we got to get over here and help them out. You also got to watch out for the telegraphs while that's going on.
Yep. So here comes one.
Ooh, this is a brutal one. Yeah, just got knocked down from that.
You don't want to get hit by that because it hits pretty hard. So that was that one. So now he has that ability unlocked, and he'll cast that every now and then, just kind of wherever he's standing. He'll do a giant expanding ring. All right,
Okay,
so stand back a little bit. All right, so the things are on Blake. So the way this works is they chase someone down. Look, everyone that's played on beta, it does work on dev, I promise. This is a bug we've been trying to chase down for a really long time, because it works 100% of the time on dev and 0% of the time on beta.
Really?
So we have to blow these Destructo bots up as they try to chase people down. They can be CC'd, whatever CC you have, you can use it to slow them down and stop them. But if they reach that person, they explode into a ton of damage. And so every now and then, the person being tracked changes.
So they literally just should like run. Right?
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Oh,
Blake,
nice.
you were standing right next to him.
So Blake, remember when I said you should just run?
So we lost Blake there, almost lost Frost.
Yeah, that was
All right,
close.
here comes the expanding ring. Watch out for it.
Okay.
It just keeps expanding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
Goes pretty
God.
far.
There we go. So we avoided that. Hopefully we can stay alive here. We just lost a DPS, so hopefully we can still win this fight.
Yeah, it'll go a little bit slower, but we should be okay.
Yeah, by the way, Brett, let's talk about tuning a little bit in dungeons
Sure.
and difficulty and that sort
So
of
here
thing.
come probes. They're going to come out and stop and explode like they did in that first phase. So just don't stand next to them. I'll have to move the boss around. But what would you like to know?
Well, so difficulty when you guys tune these, like how do you guys look at difficulty and say like this is too easy, this is too hard, this is too?
The class team and the creature combat team actually were huge helps. Back up, there's a thing coming. In this because they really gave us a really good idea of what sort of armor and gear and amps and abilities and all that stuff that players are going to have at that level, so that we can have a sort of like general idea of what is going to be the baseline that we want to have for that fight. So for these level 20 dungeons, our baseline was players basically in questing gear. And we want that stuff to be challenging, but because of the interrupt armor system and stuff like that, players can really work together to make stuff easier than it otherwise would be.
Sure.
And then the higher level stuff like veterans and raids and all that stuff, we can tune it for much better baseline gear quality and player coordination.
So the other thing too, like the raids and veterans, can you guys beat those?
No.
Yeah. So
The veterans,
it makes
the
me
veterans,
feel better.
the raids, no. The veterans we can do pretty well,
but the raids,
but they're very hard.
yeah.
Huh.
Because the general idea is that anything that a dev group can beat, players will be able to beat very easily, because players are always better than us at the game.
Here's a question from Reedy. Is there a concern that since difficulty increases in each dungeon, that XP per hour suffers in higher level dungeons?
It actually doesn't. We actually balanced it based around the expected clear time, and because Skullcano and Sanctuary of the Sword Maiden have much longer expected clear times, they give a lot more experience. And one of the things to look at is all these optional objectives on the side that we haven't really been doing. A ton of the experience that comes from dungeons actually comes from those optional objectives. So if you ignore the optional objectives and just run straight through the dungeon, then you will only get XP for killing the creatures, and it will not be very good XP per hour. But if you have an organized group and you do all those optionals, you'll get a whole bunch of extra money and experience and stuff like that.
Okay. So you're spending more time, but you're getting more XP.
Yes, you also have to do the optional objectives in order to get the medals, because each dungeon has bronze, silver, and gold medals.
Gotta get those medals.
Which give additional loot, so, you know.
So also let's talk a little bit about attunement, Brett. So,
Sure.
What is an attunement process, and what is the attunement process for WildStar?
Attunement process is basically before you can enter either of the raid instances, Genetic Archives and Datascape, you actually have to do an epic quest line in order to create a key, the Genesis key, in order to get inside of Datascape. And that attunement process has, I don't remember the exact number, but it's something like 12 to 14 different steps. There's a bunch of unique quests. You have to run all of the adventures in dungeons, and there's some unique bosses that actually Blake and the group created one for veteran Kel'Voreth in here, that the boss only spawns if you're on the quest, and is a very challenging veteran level boss. And so we basically wanted to create sort of like an interesting and exciting quest line that is for players to gain access to both raid instances. And it's the same attunement process for both raids. Most of the way through the process, you'll gain access to Genetic Archives, and then one of the steps is to essentially finish Genetic Archives, and then you will have access to Datascape.
Cool. Yeah, that's a question we get a lot, I think, from people that are interested in getting some of the best gear and raiding all that stuff. So cool to have some clarification there.
Speaking of questions we get asked a lot, we've been getting a lot of merchandising questions. We do not have a merchandising shop right now. We'd love to in the future. It does take a lot of manpower to kind of run that and to get all the merchandise. You know, we'd have to have a stockpile of merchandise to be able to do that.
Posters of the dungeon team.
Yeah, posters of the dungeon team. Yo, you guys, the dungeon team should have their own friggin' calendar. Huh? Posed like scantily clad in in dungeon backdrops. You know what I'm saying?
That would be horrifying.
I need a little bit of more Brett in my life.
Hey, so question. There's an attack right now where some meat is getting thrown around. What's the deal here, Brett?
So this guy throws out tasty snacks for his warhounds, and they run over and try to eat them. And if you don't interrupt them, it heals them, and they get stronger because, you know, it's like Scooby snacks.
But for big badass wolf.
Or like
dog.
delicious steaks.
Yeah, but for warhounds.
Right.
Could you call them steaks?
You could call them steaks. Actually, they're
right.
They're closer to
Like
drumsticks.
You know what I mean?
Zoink, Scoop!
Like, let's get out of here.
Whoa!
Those Osen Scooby snacks, though.
Yeah, that totally
Okay,
was.
while those guys pad away, we're going to run up the stairs and fight this Dark Witch. When she does her ability at 50%, we need to make sure we interrupt that because it hits really hard.
Yeah. Okay.
So come all the way up the stairs and fight behind her so we don't pull the pad down there.
So I have a quick question. Are you guys okay? Do you need me to hop in for you? Are you solid?
This is killing me.
Well, we want to finish this at some point.
I feel like that was sarcasm, and I feel like I should be offended. But that's okay. I'm just trying to offer my services.
Well, we just want this run to be smooth because we don't have time for it to be like a learning process. The stream has a time limit.
Oh, damn.
Brett was not messing around when he showed up today. He's bringing the heat.
He's bringing his A game.
Bringing
All right,
the heat.
we got her upstairs to the right.
All right, let's do this.
Damn it.
So you'll notice in our dungeons, they're massive. They're not like, I think Stormtown is probably like the most confined space that we have.
Yes, most of our dungeons are very big open spaces.
Yeah, this one is huge. And it's also, it changes quite a bit in its sort of style, and I think that's sort of to reduce the, what we call zone fatigue. So
Yeah.
Right, because
Like-
I mean, when we started, it was kind of dark and like green and like really dark hues, but now it is fire and molten
Yeah,
lava.
we tried to keep
Yeah.
each area pretty unique, and also like some of the optional objectives, they're not always active. So like if you see kind of to our southwest a little bit, there's those forges that are lit up that you can click on. Those are actually one of the optional objectives, and when they are active, the Osen in the area will occasionally run over to them and buff their weapons so that they have an additional proc while they're fighting you. And players can basically ice the forges so that they no longer buff the Osen in the area.
boom. Efficiency, man. Doing good. Okay. I probably just jinxed it now by saying that, but
We're getting close.
yeah.
It's like, do you see that Osen over there? He's running over the forge to power up. But we're not going to fight him, hopefully. Oh, here he comes. Everyone get to the back of the stairs. Okay, good. He turned around.
Action.
Is it? So if you look at the mob now, he actually has infinite interrupt armor. So sometimes we
Yeah.
can also have an NPC go infinite, so you can't actually interrupt specific abilities. That way, we still have the ability to set up. He just
Disarmed us.
yeah, disarmed everybody. So we can still have like scripted events and stuff that players can't totally interrupt, so that we can have a specific flow to the encounter and stuff like that.
Yeah, you'll notice I tried to interrupt by doing 2 CCs at the same time, which normally would do pretty good, but it didn't do anything on that one.
Yep.
Nailed him.
Got it.
All right, got a couple more pulls, and then we should be to the final boss.
All right.
Dark Witch. This is another one we need interrupted.
So before we get to the final boss as well, let's get a little
Sure.
bit of background on that. So this last boss, probably one of my favorite fights in the game. And because I remember being there when Tyler was working on this, and we called it the Rock Show originally.
The Rock Show?
Yeah, it was pretty epic. Oh, I missed that. There we go. It was a pretty epic attack, and there's a lot of flash in it, I'll say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's something we focused on for a lot of fights. Is we really wanted the fights to feel epic, to feel like even if you're just doing a level 20 dungeon, that you feel like you're doing something awesome and you're fighting a huge, terrifying creature. So we're gonna fight this chick. Don't go behind her because there's another dude that we don't want to also fight.
Yeah. I love when we're watching streams and we have people playing the game and they do this fight. My favorite thing in the world is when someone goes, "Whoa!" when that specific
when they've
attack.
never seen it before. Yeah.
I love that. That is like my favorite thing. Oh,
Interrupt.
got 2. Did not work. Oh, it's a good hit.
See, now if I were in that game to save on time, I'd run over to that other guy and pop him right in the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just to
Or we
help
could
out.
just not fight
Just
him, which also
Pop
helps.
him right in the head.
Yeah.
Just give him a good 1-2, Brett.
So I got hit earlier with some breakout gameplay, which is kind of our CC get out of whatever you're hit by early mechanic.
Yep.
Those are used quite frequently in these dungeons.
So if we just stick to the wall right here, we can sneak up the wall and not pull.
Hugging the wall. Okay.
Oh, boy.
So
we
this
go.
guy is a badass.
This is Forge Master Trogan.
He looks pissed.
He generally is.
You can't really be happy in a room
All right,
like
skip a
this.
little bit, CJ.
Dude, I love metal. This makes me super happy.
Oh, God, you would. You could make
check out this room. Like, it's so metal.
Good morning,
giant
everyone.
statues and
Hello.
everything.
Welcome to the lava pit. Hi. How are you doing? Would you like some crumpets? No, you're not acting like that in this room.
Who eats crumpets, by the way?
Oh,
my God.
whoa.
Okay.
All right,
So, Brett,
spread out.
talk us through this.
So basically, he is using his forge, and it is creating volcanoes throughout the room
Oh
that we
my
need
God.
to not stand on. And then they launch fireballs
I was
from
gonna
the
say,
volcano.
yeah, like
And then he will come down, start fighting us. And he has a couple different abilities. He does this one, which is Volcanic Strike, which just slams down, creates a new volcano, so it kind of adjusts where you want to be standing. And then he'll also do one in a moment called Forge Master's Call. And what that does is it creates balls of primal fire throughout the room that move to his location, and you can run around and pick them up. And if you don't, they actually get to him and buff him, and it is not pleasant. And so when that happens, we're all going to be running around trying to collect them. Here goes. Go get the balls.
Okay. So, yeah, you'll see these green things. We want to collect these.
Keep them from getting to him.
Yes.
All right, looks like we did pretty good. There's one
Yeah.
over there to the side. That's
somebody
supposed
got
to
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So we didn't. So each one of these you get actually buffs your damage by like 5%. So you
Nice.
see some of these guys like have like 3 to 4 of them, and so they're going to be doing a bunch of extra damage. There goes Trogan. So this is the part that Frost was talking about where people kind of lose their minds.
Yeah, so you want to go back here.
So we're going to back up. Somebody's standing right up at the front. They're
what
probably
the
gonna die.
hell is going on?
Dude.
So he is shooting saw blades of Exonite at us. that we need
Oh,
to
I
move
am
back and forth and
so
dodge.
glad I'm
And
not
so this
here
is
right
sort
now.
of a learning mechanic. This one's pretty straightforward. You can just kind of move back and forth. Don't stand in the red.
Yep.
And then once he comes down and starts fighting us again, oh, I should come over here. He will do the same sort of thing he did in Phase 1 with the Volcanic Strike to make new volcanoes like he's doing right now. But he will also do the Forge Master's Call. But when he does it, he will start shooting out. Somebody pull Dago. He will start shooting out Exonite shards like he did during that phase. So now,
Ow,
while we're
my
trying to get all of
God.
these balls, we also have to make sure that we are not. All right, I got it. Getting blown up by the Exonite.
He got one, it looks like.
He got one. So when
Yeah.
he gets one, what he does is his next auto attack or ability or anything explodes with fire and does basically room-wide damage to everyone in the group. And on normal, it's a couple K damage. It's a little bit scary if he has a bunch. On veteran, it hits for a crap ton, and it is very bad if you let him get any at all, pretty much.
You're a metric crap done.
There's
Yeah.
so much. Nice.
Number one, it's staying alive.
Yes.
Not
Yeah,
number
I
one,
got-
it's staying alive.
I got that also.
I am taking my high five back. I had so much joy for you.
Duffel bag of distinguished dies.
Oh my
Okay, what do I
God.
need? Yeah, I'll take that. Gleaming Exonite
Ooh.
pole.
This is okay. So this is something. This one right here, before you click away from it, Frost,
Yeah.
is Expedition Kel'Voreth Underforged Fab Kit. This is something the social team created, where you can actually create little like 15-minute dungeons on your housing plot, and then go run them by yourself or with friends and stuff like that. They're really awesome.
They're super epic, and they're a ton of fun. They scale too, so if you want to have your friends over, you guys can pull it in. It's not nearly as difficult as this.
No.
But it's still a lot of fun, and it's another way to earn even more stuff at your housing plot.
Yeah, it's sort of like the ship hands and stuff, except for
Right.
the housing plots.
So, man, that was Kel'Voreth. I
That
think
was nuts.
I think we did a pretty damn good job.
You really did.
Yeah.
I
Once we
mean,
got the A team going.
you know, you just don't stop, and I'm gonna start thinking it personal. All right?
It's,
Sorry, getting the low-hanging fruit there.
Yeah. Low-hanging fruit, he calls me.
dude, it's all right.
You know what? It's the last time you're on this stream, damn it. This is bull. That was really freaking entertaining. I mean, right there at the end, there's so much going on that you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's very clear like what's dangerous and what's
Oh,
not.
for
and stuff
sure.
like that
Right.
because of the telegraph system. And I think that's something that we really try to take advantage of is the messaging is so intuitive with that is that we can kind of make stuff a little bit crazier without it like being totally overwhelming.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
So, two-hit Tony, Frost the Puzzle Master, apparently is what we're going with the new monikers.
You know what?
So-
I did my best, okay?
You did.
I did my best.
All right.
One thing that I wanted to bring up real quick is yesterday we posted a video. It was called WildStar Gives Back, and we had went to Indiana. Well, long story short, we got a tweet from a fan, and she's a military mom, and she's very excited about WildStar coming out June 3rd because That's the day her son ships out for the military, and we're going to be kind of keeping her mind at ease and letting her get her mind off of things. And so what we wanted to do is we flew out there. We gave her a bunch of WildStar swag. We gave her an Alienware laptop, headset, and gaming mouse. She was super excited about it. After filming, we found out that her husband had recently underwent surgery for malignant melanoma, and we posted a link to their GoFundMe account. And I just wanted to talk real quickly about how awesome the WildStar community is. When we posted this video in the morning, their GoFundMe account was at $0. They had $0 raised for this, and their goal is $5,000. Right now, after 24 hours of posting that video, the WildStar community, only WildStar community, has donated $2,875. I can't even tell you how much that means. Like,
it's awesome.
It's such a
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. What a great community, and really thank you so much. It means a lot to us, and obviously to Jen and her entire family. That's going to help them out a lot. And if you'd like to donate or to watch the video, check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/WildStarOnline, and the link will be there in the comment section underneath the WildStar Gives Back video. Very, very cool that our WildStar community kind of came together like that yesterday. Awesome to see all the tweets supporting them as well. So that was Dungeons, and that was a show. That was insane. That was insane, man. Even though I am definitely a casual player,
As we saw.
as you all saw, I'm a filthy casual. That's fine. You can call me what you want. I still have a lot of fun. Which is what I like about WildStar, is that I still had a ton of fun.
And there's still loads of stuff for you to do outside of dungeons. It's not like you have to do dungeons to
Tell me what else can I look forward to? Because I'm sure there's other people that are like me. Not that there's anyone else as terrible as me, because whatever. But what else do I have to look forward to in WildStar?
We have things. We have PvE quests, challenges, paths, ship hand missions, which are much easier group content. They're not as nearly involved as these bosses are. We've also got the housing dungeons, which we just earned here by rolling this stuff. We've got PvP. We've got arenas and battlegrounds for that stuff. We've got our housing experience in general is just freaking epic and awesome, and
really
loads of customizable options. Really, there's stuff to do for everybody. That if you're an MMO fan, I think there is a section of game that we've made that you will probably like.
Can I tell you what I think I want to do in WildStar the most?
What?
I think I want to be a housing decorator, designer.
Sure.
Like, I literally am so excited for housing, and just seeing all the videos. I haven't even been able to touch it yet. Very excited to get my hands on that and start doing some interior design.
Some of the stuff players have already made with the housing stuff is just
Did you see the skate park? Did you see the skate park?
Oh yeah.
The piano that he made from scratch?
Yeah,
Well,
that had like 700
One
pieces.
player in beta was showing off a maze he made, where basically he took a bunch of stuff at the exterior of his house, set it all at 45 degrees, and made a really claustrophobic, rat maze that you have to jump and try and squeeze your way through. It was ridiculous.
That's awesome. So if you're a level designer out there and you want to just kind of start doing some stuff and messing with it, that's a great way to get a start in seeing how this stuff works. So anyway, that's a majority of what we got, I think, for the show today.
Yeah, we wanted to run through one dungeon. We weren't sure how long it was going to take, and we ran through that dungeon. So if you have any questions, Brett, do you have a Twitter? I don't remember.
Yeah. CRB_time travel.
Oh, time travel. Duh. I follow you. I don't know why. CRB_time travel.
I've been on Twitter for about a week, so.
Hey, huh? High five for that. Yeah, I love Twitter. So if you have any questions for Brett about raids or dungeons, hit him up there and blow up his Twitter.
And also, if you want to see things in the future on this live stream, gameplay-wise, we did this show because people were like, I want to see dungeons. So, we did a dungeon. So if you want to see other things, if you want to see more housing stuff, if you want to see some PvP, if you want to see us devs challenge each other and talk crap, we can continue to do that. We've got loads of stuff that we can do in the game. So, tweet at Tony, tweet at myself, tweet at WildStar.
Let us know. Yeah, this really is a show for the community. It's WildStar Weekly. We're just going to come in and hang out and play WildStar every week. Whatever you want us to do. So definitely tweet at Stephan Frost or at Tony Rey, and we will kind of pull together what we see the most of and make our minds 5 minutes before showtime.
It's going to be great.
Yes, Absolutely. Next week next Monday is a holiday, but we will still have the Nexus Report on that Tuesday, the 27th, and that is starting at 11 a.m. PDT. We've also got some different stuff next week, a new video that will be coming out next Wednesday. Very excited about that. And launch, guys. Launch is a week away, basically. A week away.
I'm excited / real scared.
Yes.
That's pretty much, I think, how everyone feels right now.
Yeah.
We're all pretty excited, but pretty damn scared.
There's a counter on the outside of this wall that says how many days we have left until Head Start, and every day
It's a very small number.
I kind of go, and then walk by it again.
Now, speaking of the Nexus Report, we forgot to do something this last week.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And I think it's about time that we send off the show with that. We have a couple minutes left. We forgot to do our Arnie off.
Yeah, we did.
That's right, because you think you can do a better Arnold Schwarzenegger impression than me, which I think is false.
Right.
Okay. Are you ready to judge this thing?
Sure.
All right, Brett, we're going to need you. All right. Am I going to start this again?
Yeah, because you're the challenger.
All right, listen to me. Now, you got me on the Christopher Walken, but this is this is where I'm the best at, all right? Because he's not always screaming and shouting. He sometimes talks like a normal person, so you can't just be screaming all the time, because I know that's what you're about to do for your impression, Mr. Frost. But listen, it's time for you to chill.
Oh, wow. All right. Going with the Batman.
That's right.
Forever.
That's right.
No, not forever. It was the Batman and Robin.
That's right.
Joel Schumacher. Good job. Hey, let's bring up that memory.
Hey,
all right.
How
ready?
dare you?
You ready? All right.
Yeah,
here we go.
bring it. Bring the heat.
Here's the problem, okay? I'm going to bring it for you. It's bullshit. I've got the real Arnold, you know. I yell for choppers. I do real things. Dar. You do it like that.
Obviously.
Brett.
Okay.
Brett, what's the deal? Audience?
I have to ask for the
What do we
channel
got?
because, like, am I the only one that felt like both of them were doing Christopher Walken impersonating Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like, that's what it really sounded to me. I have to give it to Frost, though, because he had the warble, like, halfway through where Arnold, like,
He doesn't always do that!
He does. It's bullshit. You know it.
Tony. It's blowing up. It's Tony, baby.
I don't know.
Tony all day. That's right. Tony for days on the chat. I'm sorry. But listen, all right, you can't win them all. Maybe next week you'll get lucky. Ah! There, is that what you want, Brett? Is this what you want from me?
That would have been much better instead of the Christopher Walken doing Arnold.
I still think I won Christopher Walken. This is bullshit.
Look, I'll give you this. It says Tony.
It's just
does
blowing
say
up.
Tony.
Is blowing
There's a lot
up
more Tony there.
with Tony.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. Once again, this has been the show, and we will be back next week with the Nexus Report. Again, WildStar, YouTube.com/WildStar online. Check out WildStar Gives Back. Check out that GoFundMe account. Let's help out a family in need within the WildStar community. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Tony Rey.
I'm Stephan Frost.
Shit. I figured, but I guess I
forgot.
could have.
Yeah.
I guess I could have.
Yeah.
And very special guest.
I'm Brett Scheinert.
Thank you so much. We'll see you guys at the Nexus Report next Tuesday.
Later.
I don't believe it.
Planet Nexus now lies before us.
We're approaching the Elven facility. Cambot 1, Cambot 2. You getting this?
Our work on this planet is something greater. It is something truly divine.
We shall reveal the ancient secrets of Nexus.
Ever get a feeling something seriously wrong?